Hi, good morning everyone, and Assalamualaikum to Miss Adawiyah and my fellow classmates. So today I will be presenting about my mini project, which is Nepali worker killed after falling from 70 meters scaffolding at construction site. So let's go for the introduction. So on January 2, 2023, a tragic incident unfolded at a construction site in Pasigudang, Johor, where a 42 years old Nepali worker tragically lost his life while disassembled scaffolding. So, the victim was employed by the subcontractor at the site, and then he fell from a height of approximately 70 meters and it suffered with the bad injuries. So this case demonstrates that the construction workforce is still exposed to danger while performing their duties, holding risky positions, inclusive of heights. So, according to an article in the New Straits Times 2023, so the incident happened about 10:31 a.m. when the worker was in the act of dismantling scaffolding and used in the construction project being undertaken. The worker was unfortunately engaged in his working activities when he slipped off from a considerable height of about 70 meters. However, medical personnel arrived at the scene early as possible, but it was too late because he was died already. Next, we go to the next slide, which is issue that happened. The death accidentally has recently occurred at the construction site located at Pasigudang. So, what I want to discuss is there is 2 points for this slide, which is for the issue slide. First is because of the worker being from the subcontractor, so it may not have the necessary training and supervision. So this is why it is an issue in this case, because all workers, including the one carrying out high-risk activities such as scaffolding, should be trained to the highest level to appreciate safety measures and how best to go about their duties safely. So, for next, it is important. So it is important to note that according to regulation and employers' duties toward their employees, and for most of them, providing risk assessment and control measure for identify hazard. So there is also likely to have been poor communication by the main contractor with the subcontractor on the different safety rules and measures. So clear communication is very helpful in this case, and in guarantee that all the stakeholders are knowledgeable of the safety measures to embrace and the ways of employing them in the project by enforcing them safely. Next slide, I will be explaining about factors causing the incident. So, the Johor Occupational Safety and Health Department, better known as DOSH, is carrying out investigation with a view to establish the exact circumstances that led to the fatal fall. Okay, so one of the factor is this kind of activities of or this kind of job, is a very high risk job, so that should be well performed by trained and well monitored workers so they can meet their tasks safely. Inadequate training or supervision may result in acts of oversight that endangers life, hence increasing the rates of accidents. Next, I'm gonna go to the consequences slide. So, whenever the accident happened in the workplace, so it is will affect the other employees, because the workplace accident are not only direct source of individual physical harm and company's financial losses, but they also follow by the sequence of event negatively and proudly impact a company's sustainability. So, what I want to highlight here is that reputational loss is one of the biggest consequences that can encounter when practicing corporate social responsibility. And what I want to highlight here is that legal repercussions are yet another severe impact of incident at the workplace. As could expected, Those employers who still fail to protect their employees can be fined, brought to court, or even criminally charged at considerably worse. So next we go to prevention and suggestion slide. So there are a few things, what I want to highlight here is 4 points, which is do it right every time. So do it right every time is a worker must say, I'll just take a minute, or I've done this 100 times before going away. So employees get paid as expert. This requires carrying out the task safely each and every time. So for second point is put on your safety gear. So employees must understand that failing to wear the essential safety gear is not an option. It is required. And then the third point is we need to take care of your coworker. So employers anticipate that employees will resolve a situation that puts other employees at risk, but they must be aware of this, even it is not their job area, but they want to feel at ease facing a floor opening cover or a missing gun rail. And then the last point is tell me about the hazard you see. So according to the laws of Malaysia Reprint Act 514, Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, employees must notify their supervisor of any risk that might endanger themselves or other employees. So if they encounter an unclear circumstances or are unable to manage the danger, they need to feel comfortable to contacting the manager. Is for point of view slide. Okay, so for me is every employer and supervisor owes his or her workers a duty care that he or she shall do all the reasonably possible to safeguard the lives of the employees. So this responsibility might sometimes be quite challenging, so especially given the many dangers that are pervasive around around falls. So in the construction field in the particular, until now, having a mind of co-threat and distilling prevention action into variable steps, short messages, and realistic safety shows. And my other point of viewpoint is that I think it is important to focus on roof or floor opening, as many have fallen into such area and died there. So in the process of working, so let's put some anti-trap confirmation of the openings with a strong lid or cover with the warning signs, or setting up the appropriate railing and sign that can reduce such issue. So make sure that this kind of situation doesn't happen again. So next for the conclusion slide. So for me, my conclusion is that I want to conclude about managers have to be deeply involved in the process of supporting the safety culture, allocate necessary resource for safety, and also respect safety standards and policies. This way, the workers show the rest of the workforce and assist in establishing safety as a principle of the company. So it is a conclusion that I can give throughout my mini project. That's all from me. I'm Nuruna Shafika binti Manadin, and thank you for watching.